It was about 2 years ago that Yahoo held its first internal hack day. And certainly this concept of a hack day or a hackathon was not something that Yahoo invented. We'd seen a lot of small companies that would take a day to celebrate the technology they've created and give their engineers a chance to build something special, something that was unencumbered by the business or the typical rules of engagement or product development process. And companies that we knew of were doing this, but they were doing it at a scale of dozens of people. And we asked ourselves the questions, what would it be like for Yahoo to try this? To take a company of more than 10,000 people and give everyone who wanted to pause for a day and build something based on their own passion, their own inspiration, their own creativity, what would it feel like to do this on a massive scale? And so we tried it. And the first time, within minutes of launching the first internal hack day, we knew we were onto something. There was such excitement, such a buzz in the air, such an electrifying feeling when you kind of took these constraints off people and let them express themselves in this most creative way. A lot of what this is about is really an exercise for you to get to know each other, to appreciate each other's contributions. So there's very little agenda around it. It's a frivolous kind of playful energy, which can be provocative. Things can actually push the state of the art or sometimes be humorous, but they can also be incredibly useful, valuable, or pragmatic. So it's entirely up to you in terms of what it is that you'd like to build. About a year ago, we had been having so much fun with our internal hack days at Yahoo, which had grew to be quarterly events at a minimum. And some of the regions around the world, including Bangalore, had adopted this and had them even more frequently. About a year ago, we decided to open this up and ask ourselves, what would it feel like to open the doors of Yahoo, invite people in? And those people could be people from universities, people from startups, or even people from competitive companies. We really took on anyone that wanted to come to Yahoo, spend a day with us, and use our technology to help build something great. We were blown away by the reception and had so much fun at that event. We knew, again, we were onto something, and we took this concept of the Open Hack Day on tour. And it was some months ago that we took it to London and had London. Part of the fun of Hack Day is that there's always an excitement in the air, so you never really know what will happen. So keep your eyes open for meteorological events or otherwise. There's always something fun. A few words about the word hack itself. And the word hack can take on different meanings. One of the terms that hacker means, one of the connotations of hacker, is somebody that breaks into systems. So a hacker is someone who breaks into a bank and steals credit card numbers and things like that. So if you are using that interpretation of hack or hacker and are here to do that kind of thing, you're in the wrong place. That's not what we mean by hack or hacker for this event. What we mean by hack for this event is something else entirely, and it's really the sense of a programmer or a builder or a coder that is not just good, but an order of magnitude better than his or her peers. At first, as Joe was joking, it's more about breaking rules than following rules, but we have almost no rules in this event. The idea is that you'll come here and you'll build something in a 24-hour period. And now, of course, you're not going to start from scratch. You're going to use tools, whether it's Adobe Flex or Yahoo APIs or know-how that you bring or your own private code library. So it's perfectly fair game to step up to the plate with something that you've been creating or know about from a previous experience. But you've got 24 hours. You can partner with folks. You can dynamically partner with folks. So oftentimes there's a lot of exchange in the early going. Somebody says, I want to build something using Java, and somebody says, I know Java, and someone else says, I'm a designer, and they collaborate and work together. So I do invite you guys to take some time to get to know who else is in the room and think about whether the sum of the parts can be put to good use here. And for 24 hours, we'll spend time building, and then we'll show off what we've built. And we do that in a pretty structured way. We will invent in the next 24 hours a sign-up sheet or an electronic process where you can kind of sign up. And then we'll each have a chance to come up to this podium and present to each other what it is we built. And that presentation is 90 seconds.
and that 90 seconds flies by. So one of the things I would invite you guys to do is really think about how to use that 90 seconds to tell the world what it is you built. That typically involves a demo, and that should be the meat of your presentation. But you want to script that. So I invite you guys to take some time, go into the hallway. Somebody should have a stopwatch and practice your presentation, because there's nothing more disheartening when you're mid-demo and that bell rings and we get out a hook and pull you off stage before you've made your point to you. So with that, start your watches, and ladies and gentlemen and others, begin your hacking. Thank you.